Men, what controversial philosophy do you live by? Break hymens not hearts. That's the advice my big brother gave to me, a virgin, starting college. I tricked my way into doing exactly that. I strategized by trying to join every frat house I could. Then luck striked when I saw I was accepted. Bingo, I could already feel the unexpected rise from my hot dog. The next step was to grind at improving my social skills, watching every video and reading every book. I knew I had it in me to be that guy. I just had to prove it to myself. This had to be my year. And honestly, hard work does always pay off, because I ended up getting super close with the most popular boys in the house. We'd grab beverages together, talk about girls we made love to and asked about each other's sisters. All lies of course. One night, my friend told me there was a secret competition between the frat boys and sorority girls. Whoever had bedroom parties with the most people from different countries won. I knew winning meant social clout for life. I wanted to be crowned winner more than anything, especially since it would mean my new friends would accept me and even more. We all started joking about it, saying we'd ditch the girls and all just kiss each other instead. Well, one thing led to another and then came the topic of body count. Someone asked for mine, and I didn't know the number of anyone else's. I assumed theirs would be super high, so I tried to match it. 32, I lied. Immediately they all looked at me with their mouths open. Come to find out, they all only had around 13 each. Then started the interrogation. How did you do it? And bro, what's your secret? At that point I was such a pro at lying. I was able to BS my way through all the answers. I just fed them the first things that came into my head, like hey, a magician never reveals his secrets. Then I told them I was the first person to make all of them finish. They told me if I didn't show them the method I would get kicked out of the frat house. I told them to watch and learn on Friday. They dapped me up and I felt fear growing in the pit of my stomach. It's not like I was ugly, but I went to an all-boys school and never got a real chance at some lovemaking. But I guess the odds were in my favor. I was from the Dominican Republic, which counted as a different country, so I knew I had a chance. I put my work ethic to good use and did a lot of research to see what would help me last long enough to make a girl finish. Then I found these round 2 strips made with natural ingredients. Honestly, I just took a shot in the dark because there was no time to lose. The planning for a huge party was already underway for one of the girls' birthdays. I figured I also needed something to practice on. Now, this was a low moment for me, but I gave in to getting an AliExpress lovemaking doll. In my defense, I had to fill some pretty big shoes with all the claims I had made. Every single night I practiced on that thing while watching various lovemaking tutorials. So by the time it was time for the real thing, I felt prepared. But when I walked into the party I was already cooked. Every girl was wearing the least amount of clothing possible. We're talking nothing left to the imagination. It drove me wild. I remembered what I learned from the tutorials and played it cool, not wanting to seem desperate. After a while a girl actually came up to me and started a conversation. She asked if I was in the competition and I just looked at her lips and smiled. She blushed and I could practically see her lips clenching underneath her skirt. We walked into the bedroom and I consumed enough party juice to make me more confident. Just like the videos had taught me, I went at it, practicing everything I'd learned in the last 2 weeks. The lights were off but I could feel her wrinkling my hot dog with moisture. I lost my mind and ended up finishing way sooner than I had intended. I could tell she was disappointed and I knew I had made the right decision. To bring the round 2 strips with me, I quickly ran to the bathroom and popped one in. Fellas, if you've ever made a lady finish before, then you know how I felt in the following minutes. When all was said and done, she smiled and I could see her texting into the girls group chat about how happy I was that I'd actually made her finish. She even sent in a screenshot from my Instagram and said, see, he's cute too. I knew then that I had made my big brother proud. I ended up following this routine on a few more chicks that night. I think most of them were referrals from the first girl. Let's just say thanks to the round 2 strips they all left the bedroom smiling. Me and the guys had a debrief the next morning about how it all went down and they looked like someone had died. Their mouths are probably still wide open from shock to this day. Honestly, it was that point I realized how they're actually just a pack of glorified losers. I mean, no wonder they had to try so hard to get girls. They're so desperate. If I was a girl I wouldn't want my tatas anywhere near them. The next few parties all went the exact same way. It was weird though, cause once you get something you've craved for so long, it just doesn't seem like that big of a deal anymore. Anyway, that pretty much set the tone for the rest of my college life, and I never had to send another first text to a girl again, even after the competition had ended. Update, a lot of guys are asking for the method. I see you guys lack comprehension and reading skills. The method is to buy round 2 strips and use them.